other thing that the hormones affect is your sex drive. Your sperm will decrease. It will. Hey ladies and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how hormones change your body from male to female. Okay. So yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I just don't want to stall. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. So don't mind me because I've got a workbook. I had to write some things down because wow girl, just to remember everything. And yeah, so without further ado, let me just get into it. I know you're waiting. So I've been on hormones for about 2 months. I can say I'm going to hit the mark of 2 months. I don't know when. I'm gonna check and calculate. So the first thing, there are 3 ways in which you can take hormones. There is an injection, and there's a patch, and there are also pills. So I'm on the pills side. I'm right now currently I'm taking pills, and you know what? The first thing that I'm gonna be talking about is that it affects your skin, as it softens your skin, but also it gets very dry and you are very prone to bruising easily and stuff like that. I believe I talked about this on the other video. So yes, and also decreases oil on your skin, natural oils and stuff like that. That's why it dries you up, so you always gotta moisturize. I I'll refer you to, to keep your skin moisturized and stuff like that. You use serums or oils because that will moisturize you, or even Vaseline. Yes, Vaseline are definitely recommended. Also, I'll recommend aqua creams. Yeah, they are very good for your skin and stuff like that. So I'm planning to get one this month. But anyway, I've been surviving. You see my skin looks good. Even the hair is giving. I look good, y'all. I mean, looking good. Period. The next thing that the hormones affect is, don't mind me, I'm gonna be looking down a lot because I'm reading from this workbook. So the next thing that the hormones affect is your muscle mass and strength. Okay. Next thing that the hormones affect is your muscle mass and strength. This will start taking effect when you're about 6 to 12 months. Yeah, you will start losing your strength and stuff like that. But you know what? As always, we are different individuals. Oh my God, what's this? Oh, as I was saying, we are different individuals and we develop in different ways. Some of us will develop faster. Some of you, you know what I mean. Yes. So you will lose your strength. It'll break those muscle mass. When you maybe, let's say you had bulky shoulders and stuff like that, it'll break those muscles and give you a softer look. Yeah, softer shoulders. Or maybe if you had that face, it'll soften your face. And I don't know, that jawline, that type of jawline. It will just soften it up and tone it down and make it feminine. And when it comes to strength wise, you won't be able to pick up the things you used to pick up. You won't be able to do the things or heavy duty stuff that you used to do it. But anyway, it hasn't been 6 months. It has been 2 months for me, and I already feel the effect. Yo, let me tell you, I am so tired. I get tired easily. I can't do the things that I used to do. Even, working up those days takes a lot from me. It takes a lot from me. The moment that I get up, I'll be tired. So yeah, you become really weak, girl. I've been weak and adjusting. Anyway, and this will, as I told you, a complete effect of this, it will be from 1 year to 2 years. Yes, 1 year to 2 years. And the other thing that estrogen affects, it makes your boobs grow. It's like, you know what, you're experiencing puberty. You know how the girls, the biological women experience their puberty at 15, 14. Yes, you'll be experiencing that on your boobs. They'll start, your boobs will start sprouting, and and it'll grow, and fat will start to transfer into the boobs, and fat will start transferring to your boob area. And this takes place in 3 to 6 months. But you know, speaking from my experience, as I told you, I feel like they are growing, but then I haven't felt the breast tissue like popping out, like, because it is still the 2 month mark. But then I have been feeling something, you know, fat redistribution on my booby area. Sometimes my nipples are itching, sometimes they are very sensitive, sometimes they are pointy. So we'll see what happens in 6 months or 3 months. You know, we all develop differently, as we are different individuals, and we have different genes from different families, genetics and stuff like that. And the other thing that estrogen affects is body fat. It redistributes the fat in your body and places it in places that will make you feminine. It will fill up your face, your cheekbones, make it softer. Maybe if you had a rectangle like stomach, it will make it curvier. And you know, fat will redistribute. Lord have mercy, English. I'm saying fat will redistribute in your thighs, even your butt area, and your hip area. You will have a more curvy, softer look, and your stomach will be, yeah, you know what I mean. If you have that type of stomach, it'll curve up, yes. And also, this happens in a mark of 3 to 6 months. Anyway, when I look at my body, you know what, I always worked out, and my body has always been so. Yeah, but one thing I can tell you about my butt is getting softer. Yes, it is getting softer, and the hips are hipping, girl. They are like, we are here. Anyway, the other thing that estrogen affects is hair growth. If you were losing hair, you had bald spots and stuff like that, it will, you know, make those areas grow the hair back. But you know what, if you had a couple of bald spots and stuff like that, let me say this was my bald spot, it will not replace that hair completely, but you will see something growing in there. But you know, when it comes to my side hair, you know, my hairline, you know, I've always had hair, but you know what, now it is getting too much, and I'm sure it definitely says this happens in the mark of 3 to 6 months. But then I have been experiencing all these things very fast. Let me tell you, I don't know what's going on, but they have been happening really fast for me. And you know what, sometimes it is very overwhelming, girl. It gets very overwhelming. But you know what, this is a hella roller coaster ride. Okay, anybody who told you taking hormones was some type of fairy tale type of thing, girl, they lied. They definitely lie to you. So when starting hormones, I highly advise you have a strong support system, somebody to talk to, because girl, you will go through a lot. You will need somebody to talk to. Definitely get a therapist, get a friend, somebody you trust, your mother, your brother, whoever that you need to talk to. And it thins your hair. It thins your hair and fades your hair in areas such as like the pubic area, your legs, if you are a hairy person like me, your hands, anywhere that you're hairy, yeah, it thins that hair and fades it. But you know what, I'm hairy, but then yeah, I've seen a little difference there and there. So this happens in 6 to 12 months. Yeah, this happens in 6 to 12 months. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see. As long as it doesn't affect my hair, because I'll freak out. So the other thing that the hormones affect is your sex drive. If you are a city girl, baby, that will tone down. If you are a city girl, that will tone down from up to down. So yeah, it decreases your sex drive. You you won't be interested in sex like you used to be interested. Okay, you won't be dropping it like you used to drop it, girl. Sometimes you will feel like you don't want to be touched or something like that. When it comes to me, girl, I don't want anybody to touch me. Touch me out.
What the fuck is that?
Mm, that's how I'll handle it. And also, what the hormones affect is your sex drive. No, I've talked about sex drive. It affects your sperm production. Yes, baby. Your sperm will decrease. It will, your sperm. Sometimes there will be nothing there. It kind of sterilizes you. So, yeah, this is a point where you become infertile, girl. You become infertile unless like you go to a sperm bank. If you want to have your biological kids, go to the sperm banks and your sperm, and they will place it and reserve it for you in the best way that they can. And yeah, and moving on, the other thing is it affects your scalp. And I think I talked about hair and whatever. Yeah, it affects your scalp and hair. The hair loss will stop and stuff like that. I see that this video is going on 12 minutes, but you know what? I'll just end it here. Yes. But anyway, the one thing that I wanted to tell people that you know what, your journey is your journey for a reason. If you see somebody getting the surgery that you can't afford, baby, you don't know how long they had to wait. So be patient. Your time is coming. Everything happens in God's timing. Everything, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. That's on period. Because before getting on hormones, girl, I had to wait. I had to wait for about 2 years. 2 years. So yeah, but then now I'm funding my own hormone, my own transition. So at that time, I was going to public health institutions, and the wait list. It's very hectic. Even the attitude that they give you is very, very hectic, girl. So I'm happy that I feel so happy and blessed to be able to even fund my own transition at this point because, wow, it was a lot. It was a lot for me, and I believe it's a lot for everybody. So don't compare your transition to anybody because it is your transition. The things that they will happen in their own times when the time is right for you. So don't compare your transition to everybody. If you see those training, if you see the other girls getting their pills, their surgeries, just tell yourself your turn will come. Just clap for them because you know what, I used to see excuse me, I used to see other trans girls getting their pills. They were posting on social media and stuff like that. Sometimes it F's you up. You be like, okay, when is my time? Okay, I've been waiting for the longest time. What's going on? But you know what? It will happen. Look at me now. 2 years later, and I'm on estrogen. I'm finding my own transition. It can only be God. Can only be God at this point. So just be patient, and I'm gonna end this video here. Do not forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe because I see y'all be watching and y'all not be subscribing. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? I'm just kidding. If you enjoyed this video and this type of content, recommend it to your friends, family, because it's good for them. And I'm just kidding, it's good for me. And don't forget to like. I'll see you on another video. Love you lots. Bye.